afternoon and good morning wherever you are. It is an absolute pleasure to be back here in front of you all on Wake Up Call. Now, it's not quite the start of the week. I did kind of sneak in an extra day there, but I am back and we are back full force for not only today but the remainder of this week. And you know what? The remainder of the month before. Can you believe it? Before I went off, we were kind of in the midst of June. Now we're already at the 29th, coming into the start of the month just shortly. Now, what we've got, do you know something actually? Before I even tell you about what we've got coming up, let's introduce as well. He's back as well after a couple of days off as well. Back together again, me and Ben. Hey, Ben.
Hey, Craig.
How you doing?
I'm all right, mate. I'm very good, actually.
Good,
It's a
good.
couple of days. I've been off for about 5, but that's normal for me, really, isn't it? Where have you been?
I'm not been, well, I've been, let me tell you
No,
something.
what I mean is, like, where have you been?
If anyone in the world says to you, Scotland
Yeah.
doesn't get sun
Yeah.
or heat,
Yeah.
tell you.
So
Proof.
I'll revert back to the question I just asked you. Where have you been? That's not a Scottish tan. That's not a Scottish tan.
Well, not quite a tan. I did have sunscreen. Do not worry, I did have sun cream. However, you'll be able to see that I've got a little bit of redness as well. I got sunshine, and I like to say I brought the sunshine back with me,
Wow.
that's for sure.
Wow.
Nice and healthy.
We'll call it Scottish rust. I'm not sure if it's quite a tan, but a bit of Scottish rust, maybe because of all the rain.
Maybe.
Anyway, what have we got coming up today, apart having you back in the building?
Oh, thank you. We have got a full-on day, as you would expect, with it being a Tuesday on Crafters TV. So let's have a look and see what's coming up right at the side there. We have got the Robinson. She's going to be back, which I must just say, both Debbie Robinson, Jan, and also Debbie Fisher. It was so lovely for them popping in, so thank you so much. But do not worry, I'm back now. I'm not going anywhere till the end of July. So we have got masterclass coming up with Debbie Robinson as well. So that's going to be, if I've got my time still within my head, it is then going to be 3 p.m. here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern time, 7 a.m. Pacific time. Then what we've got is we're going to have a bit of a party. Say the royal we. It's not going to be me. I'm going to be having a party at home while watching Ben and Debbie Robinson once again with the launch party, 7 p.m. here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern time, or 11 a.m. Pacific time. So that is the shows that we've got on Crafters TV today. However, that's not the only thing that we've got coming up today on Wake Up Call.
No, it's not. Still can't get over that. He's not been to Scotland, has he? He's not been to Scotland. It is Try It Tuesday, which I'm very much looking forward to. So this is all about Sarah today. We're going to see a little bit later on a video of Sarah. We're going to see her working on her sewing skills, because we know that she likes to try her hand at a few different bits and pieces. But this video is going to show Sarah working on her sewing skills as she creates a gift for a brand new mum. That's coming up a little bit later on Try It Tuesday. And of course, with it being a Tuesday, it means tomorrow is a
Wednesday.
Well done, he's not forgotten his days of the week. Wednesday, which means on a Wednesday, we do our random crafts of kindness. So we're after your stories, please. We're after for your stories and also your pictures as well. When you have used your crafting skills to put a smile on somebody's face, it doesn't necessarily need to be a stranger's face. It could be, I don't know, you've done something for the local school, you've done something for a local charity, whatever it might be, please send in your pictures and send in your stories to that email address there, studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. And even if you commented last week, because last week we had some lovely stories come in, but then a few of you said, oh, we didn't have time to send in the pictures. Resend those stories with the pictures, would absolutely love them. And also, if you have already commented, but then you've gone, oh, well, I've done something else, which is a random craft of kindness, send that in as well, because we're always after your pictures and we're always after your stories as well. Right, I am going to go and keep Craig's chair over here warm, because that's the more comfy chair. And whilst I move there, you need to go over that way, because Craig is going to give you a bit of a sneaky peek as to what we've got coming up a little bit later on.
Absolutely, I do indeed. So let's kickstart it. This is all about Masterclass. This is all about the Exploding Box collection. Now you can see all the details on your screen. Now if you have already got the collection, you will be able to watch Debbie Robinson later on, and then you could even recreate some of what she's doing. If you've not got this collection, because we want to say this hasn't been seen since the 19th of May, so a good wee while since it's been seen. This collection here is the Exploding Box collection, 34 elements in total. We'll go over all the elements just shortly within the show. However, if you're brand new to us, everyone's going to be paying £55 or $68. However, if you are in Club Inspire and you are all the way up to Platinum, your price for this full collection is £44 or $54.40. Now you can use all these components to be making exactly that, an exploding box, very dimensional, all these elements included to be able to do that. That is what's going to be coming up with Debbie. We're going to be having a look at that just shortly as well. Works out you're saving 35%. You buy the main concept die, the template and the waterfall mechanism, and you're going to be getting the remainder 3 for free. Now we'll show you that just to make that crystal clear just shortly when I go over to the demo area, but that of course be Masterclass, 3 p.m. here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time. But what we can then do, and there is no reason that you can bring what you've got from the Exploding Box die into what we're away to show you right now, coming up in Launch Party. This is the Double Dutch card making kit. So this is bright blooms, and this has got 492 elements, all die cut. Now what I would say, this is ours at Crafter's Companion. If you are familiar with the die cut elements and collections from Hunky Dory, it's that kind of concept with the pop outs. As I say, this one is our one, being the Double Dutch, $24.99 or $29.95 for you guys stateside. Platinum, however, £19.99, $23.96, but you're also getting 100 extra bonus points as well. Now you can pop them out, make the project that's so simple. You might want to do all your different crafty techniques, go a bit further and do lots of different things. It's entirely up to yourself. But these ones again we're going to be having a look at just shortly, but Debbie will be having a look at them with Ben later on in the day. Launch Party, 7 p.m. here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time or 11 a.m. Pacific Time. Just to say, when it does come to those ones there, these ones here are the ones that, as I said just a moment ago, they do just pop out, so you don't need to have to worry about any scissors or anything like that. But while we are looking at that one, what we're then going to do is we're still going to be sticking around with the Launch Party. Now within this little set that you've got here, nice starter set if you've never tried flower forming before. This is then creating your foam flowers. So this is the Explorer kit. So you're getting 16 elements and 400 stamens included. £32 here in the UK or $46. However, if you are, of course, Platinum, you are £25.60 or you are, of course, $36.80 for you guys stateside as well. So you're going to be able to be using and making your flowers in conjunction with adding them to maybe the Exploding Box, maybe onto the Double Dutch if you want, or do your own little home decor as well if you want. What you can then do as well is you go back onto Crafters TV using that set there, or using elements from that set from the 15th of May, you'll be able to get lots more ideas. However, that is of course the ideas that Debbie is going to be showing you later on Launch Party, which of course is 7 p.m. here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time or 11 a.m. Pacific Time. Each of these we're going to be having a look at just shortly. You are of course across in Europe, then the full website's crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.eu. That's the place to go. Always have a look at the top pads, the downloads, all these new tabs as well while you're across on the website. But I think as we have got so much to go through, I'm away to go and get myself sorted on the other side, and Ben's away to have a look at some of the things you're already saying throughout the comments.
Certainly am. Patty's in from Michigan. Dragon Mum says hello from Texas, and Kerry from Virginia, and Deborah from Louisiana. Martina's in from the Netherlands. Lots of welcome backs for you, Craig, as well. Gilmore just saying, welcome back, Craig. And Gilmore says, Ben, every time we see you, it's like the first time. Part-timer. I quite like that after mine, actually. Ben Moseby, PT. Not personal trainer. Part-timer. Yes. All right. Judith says, now my morning can start. Welcome back, Craig.
Thank you.
Hi, Greg. Hi, Craig. So glad you're back. You're looking great, says Susan Elliott. And Liz Pedler on YouTube says, hi, Craig and Ben. Great to have you back. That's not a tan. That's windburn.
It's what?
Windburn.
Windburn? Yeah. Never heard of that before.
Yeah, windburn.
Windburn.
Yeah, so when you get the rust off the rain, you know, high wind, windburn. It's exactly what it is, Liz. He's not been to Scotland, has he? A tan like that, he's not been to Scotland. Anyway, let's move. Let's move. I can see him getting cross in the monitor. Let's move on to show you. We've got a great deal this week for our Get It, Got It Good. Here it comes. If it is adhesives you're after, then this is a brilliant bundle because you get a little bit of everything here, really, for whatever it is that you want. You've got within this collection more than just that you're seeing on screen. Right there, you are getting red liner tape. You're getting.
Don't buy that. Don't buy that.
£20 for some red liner tape. Have we gone mad?
It's good, but it's not that good.
Not quite sure what happened there. Obviously, got a little glitch in the system, which is good. We've got not just that for £20. Seriously, can you imagine? That wouldn't go, would it not? No, it's the Crafter's Companion Essential Adhesive Selection. It is £20 or $30. Platinum price is £16 or $24. You are actually going to get, within this bundle, 2 bottles of your all-purpose glue. You're going to get one of our tape pens, the permanent tape pen, that's included as well. You're going to get a dotty tape pen for your more intricate dies. You're also going to get your chunky glue, or your 3D glue, with your tools as well, with the corned beef key included in there as well. You will get that red liner tape, and you will get your double-sided foam sheets as well. All I will say is we'll hopefully get that video up and running again for you by later on. 60, is it really good? Okay, let's show you exactly what we wanted to show you a few moments ago. Here it comes, fingers crossed. George, your job's on the line here. This is what you're going to get in the Get It, Got It Good. Go! You did that on purpose. Okay. Yay! Whoop, 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 whoop. So what I just said before, now look at the pictures. Thank goodness.
Foam pad sheets.
Yep. There you go, there's your chunky glue, there's your all-purpose, the tape pen's included in there as well. That's a brilliant deal, right? Because if you are already loving your crafts, it's a good excuse to be able to stock up and get all of those adhesives. But also, if you're brand new to us as well, and I know lots of people watching the whole time, you're thinking, what glue do I need for what? Which is my favourite glue? I don't really know. That's a brilliant deal to get a little bit of everything, try everything, see what works for you. But remember, that deal is only live for the week or whilst stocks last. £16 platinum, $24 platinum. But wow, let's move on from that and move over to the crafty side of the studio as we get ready to have a sneak peek as to what's coming up in Masterclass a little bit later on with the Exploding Box Collection. What you got for us, mister?
We have got, as you've just said there a moment ago, let's show you what you can be making with these before we go into the detail. Now with this one, it is going to be a masterclass because it's one of those projects you want to take your time. You don't want to rush it because you can then start to incorporate all your own cardstocks, maybe your pattern papers. You get all of the elements to be creating the box, the fold down sides, the little template for the middle box, although you don't necessarily have to use the center box. You've got your waterfalls, you've got your mechanisms. All of that is within the Exploding Box Collection. So this is where you're going to be getting the 34 elements in total. Now, the 34 elements in total are going to be consistent of what I'm going to show you right here. So within this first one is the die set. So this is where it's going to give you the ability to do your main concept and also the lids. So if we go into this one here, it's going to create the sides. Then this one here is going to create the lid. And then you've got all these additional elements here. These ones here are quite genius, and I'm going to show you them just in a moment or two. But you've got lots of decorations. Now this is how they would all look once they've cut out. And those three that I pointed to a minute ago, this is what they're going to create. These are going to create additional exploding elements within the middle. But then what you're also going to be getting is the little mini box template. And this is also with the lid. So the template is in actual fact here, white on white, obviously. Doesn't work very well, but it is there.
Oh yeah, we see it.
But this is how it actually comes out once you draw around and cut out. So that's what's going to create the little box within the middle. Ben, you might want to use this on its own if you want to.
Yeah.
You don't have to use it with the exploding box. Then you've got the twist and pop. This is the mechanism that you've got here.
Twist and pop.
And see, I think a twist and shout.
Twist and pop.
Do you remember the twist and pop drinks?
No.
Do you not?
What were they?
I'll need to have a look at that after the show, and if you remember, you remember. If not, I'll post a picture on my Instagram so you know exactly what
I'm
we're
Googling
talking
now.
about.
Carry on.
Googling now.
Yeah.
Then what we've also got is the waterfall mechanism. No reason whatsoever, like many of the concept parts of this selection, you can use on their own if you want to. Then what we've also got is the slider mechanism here. You might want to put your little photos within the middle because it actually slides back and forward. So if I hold this one here, so it creates your little slider aspect there. Now, I am going to be running a few of these through in a moment, but this is part of your masterclass with Debbie and Ben, which will be 3 p.m. here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time. And then what we've also got, now I'm going to remove them for a second because I've got stamp sets there in my set. I don't know if I can't see them on the pack shot, so we're going to double check. What's on the pack shot, it's exactly what you're getting, so we'll leave it like that at the moment. So we can see there, you've got all of what I've just shown you a moment ago that you can then start to get creative when it comes to your actual pop-out or exploding pop-out boxes. So these ones here, these are the ones that you're going to be able to make. Now, you can be using them any colour themes, you can be adding your inks onto them, your pattern papers, maybe you want to do your own backgrounds with your sparkle inks, you can of course be doing that. But think of these, now think of this, Ben, as a concept scrapbook.
Love that idea.
So having all your little pictures on each of these individual little panels that you've got here, you could be having the little slider here that you can then have additional photos if you want. So taking scrapbooking to the next level. Not only is it a scrapbook page then, it's a scrapbook gift.
Oh, and then you could pop, like, I don't know, like in the box maybe, like some cufflinks. Do you know what I mean? If you
Absolutely.
use it as like a little memory box.
Yeah. Yeah, all these
cufflinks in
different
there.
ways that you can be using them.
Yeah.
But you don't have to use them with plain pattern cardstock if you don't want to. You can start to incorporate with photos. Let's show you this one here in a different colour tone. Bringing in your foil pressing all of the backgrounds that you've got, different shades of the foil that you've got. How luxurious would that be?
Yeah, right.
Wedding gift, anniversary gift. What about if you have someone that you want to propose to?
Oh, come on.
You imagine that?
Yes, because that would be perfect. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? And what you could do, like you said, is like, so when they open it, you've then got all the little pictures in there of you and your partner or whatever.
Absolutely.
And they've gone, oh, that's lovely. And they've gone, oh, what's that little box in the middle? Open it up.
And there you go.
And there's a
Bazinga.
Rolo.
It's in there.
Yes.
Not that I need that, so we'll just put that to the side. So that is the sort of thing
you break my heart.
that you can be doing with those ones. So what I'm going to do within this one is we're going to show you kind of a few of the main basic constructions, and then you can then see Debbie later on. As always, we've got lots of different ideas and tutorials on our Crafters TV, whether of course it's our website or the best place for me is YouTube. I always think with YouTube because I always get the notifications to say so-and-so's gone live.
Who?
Or so-and-so.
Who's that?
From here, just double so-and-so.
Oh, double, I've never watched them yet.
Or they let me know when WWE's uploaded a video.
Ah, yes.
When Most Haunted have uploaded a video.
Most what?
It's great. Most Haunted.
Oh, no, I don't watch that.
You never watched that with Yvette Fielding?
Is that still on, is it?
Yeah, it's still on YouTube. YouTube.
Most Haunted is still on YouTube.
On YouTube.
But they're not new episodes, are they not? No.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, brand new. Brand new.
There you go.
Anyway, on that aspect, maybe you want to decorate them like Halloween. That would be amazing.
Yes.
Our very own Sarah Kay, who does a lot of our Spectrum Noir illustrating in colour. She loves Halloween. She might be doing that. But tell you what we can do is let's dive straight in first and foremost. And we're going to create the actual box in itself. So the sides as well as the lid. So I'm going to take the lid of the box here. And what I'm going to do now is so what we're going to do is let's head across. I'm going to bring in my large Gemini. It's just a little bit too big that you can see on your screen there for your junior plates. So therefore I'm going to have to bring in my large Gemini. But easily, really quickly, popping them over. Let's come in with our plates here. But then, if we bring these ones in, what we can do is we can start to cut these ones out. So my 2 plates here, here, and here. And these are all your same die configuration. They're all wafer thin dies, so it's the same plate configuration. And we're going to cut this one out, Ben.
Gilmore says, Ben, we do miss you when you aren't working. Looking forward to when you move closer and work more days. Well, I can guarantee that I'm going to be moving closer. Can't guarantee that I'm going to be working more days, though. No, I will be. I will be. Thank you for that. Joanne just saying, morning, everyone. I have this, and I want to try to make a Christmas Advent exploding box for my daughter and her family, which is amazing. And Mary Kay Noel, you'll have to let me know which box you were talking about when you were asking about the colour combination with the paper pads, because I'm not quite sure which one that was on about. But we'll put that back to Craig in just a second when you let us know exactly which one you mean. Mary just saying, welcome back, Craig. We missed you, but happy for you that you had a great time at home. And lots of comments coming in about you and your box, as it were, with Mandy just saying, oh, Craig, she's out there. You just haven't found her yet. Aww. Maybe we should find her for him. Once the world reopens up properly, me and you, Craig, we'll go out. Although I don't know how much use I'd be, anymore. No. Oh
no, you'd be the great wingman.
Would I?
You'd be the hilarious wingman.
Oh, would I?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. You'd be good.
All right, Erin. Erin, producer Erin's just gone. Hilarious wingman. What?
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's all changed. The game's changed since I was, last out, nearly 20 years ago. So, yeah. Maybe we should all go out, guys, all together. Have a big night out. Erin, you can come as well. We're all there. Craig doesn't sound too thrilled. He's gone quiet over that side.
I'm just letting you go. I'm letting you go. No, I'm up for it. That would be good. That would be a good laugh. Oh, Crafters TV.
Can you imagine when that happens?
Be so good.
It'll be carnage.
Carnage indeed. Now with our dies, anything that is construction, you get the score lines as well. So we're going to fold all of these together. So you only need the one lid. But what you're going to do is the side one. So I've just cut this a moment ago there, Ben.
Yeah.
This is what's going to create the side panel.
Okay.
So you need 4 of them.
Yep.
So I've done 1 and I've got another 3. Now, it's not. I have to do a big shout out to Linda and Michelle on our design team, so that I didn't have to worry too much about getting back and prepping for the show. They were absolute lifesaver, and they've prepped my demos for me for Wake Up Call. So that's Linda and Michelle.
I'm going to give them a round of applause.
So a big thank you to you guys.
Thank you, guys.
So it just meant that tomorrow I was able just to chill out again on my last day, not have to worry.
That's the worst thing, isn't it? When you've had a bit of time off, I suppose in normal jobs, the night before or a couple of days before, you start going through your emails. And I suppose for you as well, normally it means then you're having to start prepping for the shows. But in this case, thanks to the guys, then no, you've been able to relax and get the most out of your week away. What was the highlight of your week? What was the most enjoyable thing being back up north? Apart from getting a really good tan.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I've got 2, and I absolutely cannot choose between either or.
Okay.
And that is little Clemmy.
Oh, little Clemmy. Now, for
pup.
people who don't know, Clemmy the pup, yeah.
Yeah, Clemmy the pup.
Yeah.
And then also my best friend's newborn baby.
So you had
Reva.
puppies and babies.
I had puppies and babies. I did indeed.
I mean,
so cute.
that is cuteness overload, isn't it?
Cuteness overload, indeed.
Wow.
Absolute cuteness overload. It was so good to see them both. But then obviously I got to see my family, I got to see my friends.
Got to see puppies and babies. But it's sort of family as well, you know.
Yeah, the families. The family. So I did. It was so good being able to see all of them. So it was lovely.
Good stuff.
So here we go. Now all I was doing there, as you can see from up above, I've got all 4 of them and I'm just positioning them in to each panel, the side by side. So you can see how that's starting to come together in the corner there. What I'll also do is cut a little square. That's going to be going on to the base here, but I want to then pop all these side parts on first of all. And as I said right at the start, Ben, this is one of those that you want to take your time. You know, don't rush it. If you want to do smaller individual elements, because you can do, you maybe just want to do one of the little boxes, maybe you want to do maybe the waterfalls or that, then you can use them as individual and do them a lot quicker. But the actual workings, the actual full exploding box, do take your time, because it's a project that you want to spend your time, give it your full attention, the full love and care to actually creating the exploding box. And we can see here, so this is where it starts to pop in as an exploding box. We can see here, but of course what you need to do is do the base. So if I bring in a piece of cardstock that I've got here, just to the side of me. So I've got this one here. So all the instructions are in the book. So you've got a little booklet inside, as well as myself and Debbie going over them all. So we can see how that slots into the middle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go round the edges. Now, for the purpose of showing you how you actually assemble them, I would add each individual panel onto the base first of all.
Right.
It's one of those, Ben, when you come to demonstrate, it's actually easier doing it the reverse way, because it's letting you see how the sides come together before you do the centre base. So it's one of those, what's it say, do as I say, not as I do? You can do it the way that I'm doing it, don't get me wrong, you can, but for demonstration wise showing you, it's easier to do the sides first. And then this comes in and creates the box. Then what I'm going to do is let's bring in our lid, and on these little tabs, I'm adding my adhesive as well. And what's really good with these ones, if I fold them ones in, so before I attach them to the side, see how you've got an additional lip on all 4? You actually add your adhesive all the way around, and that strengthens the edges of the box lip, and it makes it really sturdy. Because this is something that you're constantly going to be looking at, the kids are going to be looking at, the grandkids are going to be looking at. You want to make sure that everything is stuck down really, really well. And of course, with our current Get It, Got It Good, there really is no better bundle to actually pop into your basket than the Get It, Got It Good. So we can go around here. So if we go around these bits here, here, and here, that strengthens the lip of the box. So if I bring this one in, fold it all together, and then we can pop the lid, all measured for you. You don't need to do anything.
Brilliant.
So there is the initial box that we can see here.
Yeah.
And then all that we need to do is we can just do one exploding box insert bit, and then that will be the 2 main construction parts. Debbie will then show you lots more things that you can do later on in masterclass.
It really is, again, something which is, you know, super simple to do once you've seen it. And again, there's this video for you which you'll be able to watch back. There's the show later on too. So it's a great price today to pick this up. So many different uses for this as well. And I would say, you know, don't be scared of it. Like Craig says, it's one of those things you're going to take your time with, isn't it? It's going to be a nice project to build on. You know, not like a 5-minute project, but something that you can take your time with. Love the idea of using it as like a almost like an exploding scrapbook. And like you said, the fact that it's so sturdy, you can pop all those photos in it, all those memories in there as well, and have something that you've got there to show the kids, the grandkids, and just keep for many, many years. It's
just a different take, isn't it? A different take to what you would normally do with a scrapbook, if that's obviously the road that you choose to go down. Now what I've got is I've got these panels already cut. Now again, it isn't in the instructions, it's on past Crafter TV shows, but I've cut a bit to 3.5 inches by 4 inches. And what I'm going to do here, let's go in with the bigger one I've got. I'm going to pop that up to the top here. And then what I would then do is I would then run that through my Gemini, and this is what creates these little tabs. So if I fold that, we've got our little tab that we can see here. Done 4 of them, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then what I've got is a square, which is 3.5 by 3.5. And what I'm away to do here, Ben, is in each individual one, on those little tabs, I'm going to pop all these little components together using my glue, my tape runner.
Got you. Yeah, 19th of May is the date if you want to go back and watch another show. I think it was called a masterclass as well, actually, with the lovely Debbie Robinson once again. So, as we said, plenty there for you. And like Craig said, the best thing to do if you are new to us, get over to YouTube, because that's where you can subscribe. And that's where you can choose if you want to get notifications from us as well. So you'll see when shows go live, and you'll be able to look back through all of the shows, well, since time dot, I suppose, really, since it started. So you'll be able to look back, but bookmark some of your favourites. If you're into your colouring, you can go back and look at all the Colour Me Happy shows. If you love your shows like this, your masterclasses that we'll be showing you later on, you can kind of cross-reference them with various products and get the shows that you want. That's why you love us here, because you've got all of these kind of like free tutorials, I suppose.
Exactly.
To go back and watch at your leisure.
Exactly. And if a part of obviously everything that's going on in the world before obviously COVID time, if you were to then pay for your 101 tuitions or even your craft classes with some of the big crafting experts out there, you could be paying a fair amount of money. We give you them, no extra cost when it comes to our website or of course on YouTube. And this is what I love about it as well, that you can go back and forwards and watch till your heart's content. But what you can see here is I've created the exploding box, then using my 4 panels and using my square within the middle, I've popped the little tabs on each corner that you can see here, and I've popped my adhesive into the middle. I'm then going to situate that into the centre, and I've only popped the adhesive onto this base square here. So then therefore, these ones are all loose. And this is the start of where you start to pop maybe your waterfall, your mechanism, some of your photos, maybe you want to keep them blank with your pattern paper. This is when it all starts to come together. But it's all working with these edges that you can see here. But as soon as we fold all of these up, now I haven't burnished them afterwards, I would do if I'm at home with more time. But then you've got your exploding box here. Plain, simple, white and yellow card, shows off how it starts to come together. You've got that box effect there. So this may be something that you have already purchased in the past, but it's one of those that's still in the packets at home, because I know some of you are like that. Today's going to be the perfect opportunity to get them out after watching Debbie. If you've not got a hold of them before, maybe you are relatively new to us, this is the first chance you've seen them. This is our Exploding Box Die Collection. This is where you're getting 34 elements in total. Now just to go over that, so the main concept die, the template, and the waterfall mechanism, that's what you're basically paying for. You're going to be getting all the 3 other die sets for free as well. Last showing on the 19th of May. This is the best price yet. Works out saving 35%. However, going to go straight to platinum. £44 here in the UK, $54, 40 for you guys stateside. If you are across in Europe, just go to your website.eu. All the info, all the details will be there for you to follow. So that is Masterclass, but we do have another show as well coming up just shortly. So what we're going to do, before I go and get myself sorted for a launch party, we've got, I actually thought you had a pack of sweets or something in your hand there. It's not, it's magnets, which for the record, don't eat.
It was sweets, but now I've got the magnets. No, it wasn't sweets. I'm not eating whilst on the job. Yeah, they're back in stock. The craft magnets, which I know a lot of you will be jumping in for. These are so super handy. And actually, how great is it that we've got them on the show today when we're talking about things like your exploding boxes, for example. These are absolutely brilliant for that. You've got, they're sticking to each other. I mean they would do because they're magnets, but just little things. Hey? There's 16 within each pack, so you're going to get 48 in total. These are one of those things that I think they come into stock and then they go out of stock so quickly. So get them whilst you can. I'm just being told that 30% of the stock has already gone. You're going to get 48 within that collection for just £6.40 or $10.40 if you are a platinum member. So grab those today. I have a feeling that they might go very quickly. And then also coming up a little bit later on, we have got the Duo Tone Matte-tastic paper pads from Hunky Dory. These are absolutely brilliant. You know how much we love Hunky Dory. These pads are amazing for the fact that you can do all of your, your stamping on here, all of your inking on here as well. They're just going to take all the inks absolutely beautifully. And what I love about these as well is that you've kind of got two paper pads in one really, because you've got the different tones within each of the 4 pads. So brilliant again for your matting and layering. You've got the 8x8 size as well, so a really, really handy size to go for. And you're going to get these 4 pads. So you've got your burnt sienna and your apricot burst included as well. We'll have a good flick through these for you a little bit later on. But you've got your rich velvet and your rosewood. There we go. Just give you a bit of a flick through from distance, but we'll get up close and personal with this a little bit later on. You've then also got your French blue and your forest fern. And then last but by no means least, you've got your gorgeous Intense Espresso and your honey. Again, $28.77 or $43.17. We'll be seeing these in more detail in Masterclass a little bit later on. But this is always a good excuse in this show. Seeing as you've got up early to watch us, get the deals before everybody else, get them in your basket, and then you can see all of the hints and tips, and we'll chat about those in the actual show a little bit later on. Thank you for all the lovely comments coming in. We will chat more about those in just a little while. But as we've said, it is Try It Tuesday. By the way, in the comments as well, do let me know if you've tried anything new recently, whether it be crafty or whether it be, I don't know, a new hobby, whatever it might be. Get in touch on Facebook and on YouTube. What have you tried recently which is brand new? Our Sarah, if you follow her on social, you may have seen her very recently have a go at sewing. For those of you yet to see Sarah's skills outside of paper craft, where we know she's very skillful, have a little look at this. This is Sarah getting a little bit crafty for Try It Tuesday.
Okay, so I was going to be busy making this project and I thought, why not do it and share it with you guys on Wake Up Call, because it's been a while since I've been here doing any sewing, and it was quite a challenging project for me to take on at my sort of level, making up my own pattern and everything. So let's see how I get on with it. Bear with me. Hopefully by the end of this, we should have a finished little karate outfit for a brand new newborn baby. I've cut the kind of outside base shape ready, and then because they cross over at the front and then you tie them, what you've got is then you've got one piece here that, if I just line this up, can you see it comes past the halfway point, and then the same with the piece on this side comes past the halfway point as well, and we're essentially going to sew down the top 2 corners right sides together. I've got some white binding and I'm just going to start right at the bottom. So can you see I'm going to fold this over and just iron this in half, and so that we can make this the binding right round the outside. Now you can either pin this in place, or we have these awesome products that we call our little quilting clips. So what I'm going to do is just hold them in place with one of the little quilting clips all the way along, so that as I'm going, it's just easy to whip these out. All I'm going to do is give them a double fold in. So one tiny little fold, and again I like to use the iron to get this nice and neatly folded over. So one little fold like this, and then once we've got the first little fold in, I'm going to take the second one over there and we're going to iron that again and then hold that in place with the clips and go and stitch it and do the same on both sides. So now what we want to do is we want to go right sides together. So this is there's the back essentially of the G, make sure I get it right. And I'm just going to line these up because we're going to stitch all the way down here. To finish it off, we literally just want to neaten up all of this bottom edge. So just like you saw me do when we did the sleeves, we're just going to fold over once and then the second time and just give the bottom a lovely finish. Okay, so if all's gone to plan, this should give us the little finished top. Oh yes, come together lovely. I've made the belt, let me just show you, okay? I've just taken some pink fabric and just folded it in half and in half again. So that what we do is when we stitch all the way down here, I'll end up with just a nice neat pink belt. And as long as you have those two little edges together, you're not going to notice that it's got an opening on one end. So we've got the belt, we've got the top, we just need to do the trousers. So with these parts at the bottom, I'm just going to hold them in place and we're going to stitch down these two panels here. So from here, you're going to open these up and you can see that we're going to put the two, you're going to line these up in the middle. And what I will do is I'll open out these seams and I'm going to iron them flat. What we're going to do is we're going to stitch around the leg pieces here. What I'm going to do is just turn over, first of all, 1/4 inch. So I'll do this one side at a time. So about 1/4 inch and just iron that flat. And then a good 1/2 inch to pop the elastic through. So, to thread this through, I'm just going to make myself a little bit of a hole and thread on paper clip. Basically, you want something that is going to allow you to thread that through the edge here. So can you see, I'm going to pop that into there and I'm just going to thread that elastic all the way through. So you've got the two ends of the elastic and I'm just gonna, you can either stitch them together or you can tie them together. I think I'll just lie mine over top of each other and just stitch them together. You don't want it to be too tight. And then the last thing we just need to do is on these corners, just exactly like what we did with the sleeves. You're just gonna fold them over double and then stitch all the way around. We've got the lovely little trousers and then we've got our lovely little top, just matches perfectly. And then of course that'll all be finished off with the little cute pink belt. So I hope little Matilda's mummy will absolutely love that.
There you go, how brilliant was that? I love watching that video, seeing Sarah doing something a little bit different. Lots of you commenting on that in the socials as well. Let us know what things you've tried recently too, with it being Try It Tuesday. Get in touch on Facebook, get in touch on YouTube. Lorraine's just been in touch to say, my new thing that I've tried recently is the Spectrum Noir Aqua Tint. So yeah, anything that you've tried, any of our products that you've tried for the first time, let us know in the comments today and we will mention those. Gilmore just saying on YouTube as well, my 9-year-old black black belt and I will be making this karate gi for her doll. I love this. Thank you, Sarah. And as we said earlier on, you can find more videos like that over on Sarah's social. Good point as well here to kind of reference the fact that we've all got our own social pages on Facebook and on Instagram as well. You'll find lots of extra content on there as well. So if you ever need a bit of a crafty fix or just kind of want to see what we get up to behind the scenes and, you know, when we're not here, check out all of our Facebook and all of our Instagram pages. A couple of quick questions for you, Craig, which I've just seen pop in. Mary Kay, no, it wasn't Mary Kay at all. It was Mary Beth who wants to know, are the extra mechanisms within the Exploding Box collection the same as from the Precious Memories book? Silent delay.
Same concept, same idea, a different size. Now, I can't remember if these ones are slightly smaller or if they're slightly larger, but they are a different size from the original one, so you're not going to duplicate when it comes to the same size.
Okay, and lots of chat about the magnets as well. They're back in stock. Over 30% of the craft magnets have gone. But Mandy says, dumb question, sorry, but what would I use those magnets for?
Not a dumb question whatsoever. So these are going to be good for the exploding box and some of the little mechanisms, maybe the twist and pop, maybe if you've got the fold over bit, you want to have that magnetic join. Maybe you want to be using them within your Precious Memories. You've got some of those little secret pockets that you can use, for instance, the fold or the flap of an envelope. What I would also say as well, and I've only literally been privy to it about 10 minutes before we went on live, we've got, obviously, festive period coming up over, you know, soon anyway, and these are going to be good within Christmas projects, Christmas makes, if you want to do the reveal of boxes or envelope boxes or cards projects, always good to have within your stash as well. As well as us at Crafters Companion, what I'd always say as well, have a look on Pinterest as well, have a look for the magnets, see what you can use them, how you can incorporate them. Soft crafts as well, anything like that as well. It doesn't just have to be with card making, there really is lots of different things you can use them with.
There we go. Any more questions about any products that we've got on the show, fire them our way and we'll get Craig to answer those for you. Thank you to Joe for now, who just says, I bet a couple of the wall clocks from the Dreamy show a while back. They were brilliant. I remember that show. Glad you're giving those a go, Joe, who goes on to say 2 very different styles, but loved doing them. And that's what it's all about on Try It Tuesday, is kind of just stepping out your comfort zone just a little bit and trying something new. And talking about trying something new, we've got a brand new CTV exclusive to bring to you in just a few moments, haven't we, Craig?
We do indeed. Just say as well, D Maddox saying that Craig looks like me, almost. I look like a full cooked lobster. That's why I wore the blue, just to tone down the red.
And that's with sun cream, by the way. That's with sun cream, in case
that
you were
was
wondering.
with sun cream. Just to say a few lovely concerned comments on my Facebook page, just saying about sun cream. I did have sun cream.
He did the old slip, slop, slap. If you remember that from a few years ago, didn't you? You did that. Slip on a hat. Slip, slop, slap. Slip on a hat. Hang on, let's get this right. Slip on a t-shirt, slap on a hat, slop on the sun cream. Slip, slop, slap. Have you not heard that before? Come on. I did not just make that up. That was a thing. It was like an advertising. Someone will back me up on the comments. No, Erin. Slip, slap, slop. Slip on a t-shirt, slap on a hat, slop on some sun cream. I haven't, George. George, I thought you would have backed me up there. It's definitely a thing, slip, slop, slap. Anyway, you'll remember it now. Oh, by the way, before we move on, you haven't said hello to our team in the gallery today, Craig. Slip, slop, slap.
Don't you want to know what that was advertising? Well, we'll do that. Let's do that. So we've got a mix of kind of like 2 teams today. So we've got Boss herself, afternoon, Erin.
Different.
Oh, didn't hear you.
Not sure if she heard you. She did say hello. And we've got George. George, hi George.
Hi everybody.
Oh, it's not working.
It's not working. No, it's not. And I would just as well say afternoon to my neighbour, Sarah Jane, who is our social media guru. We must catch up for a coffee now that he's just lived around the corner from me. Maybe do a little bit of crafting. Whoop, she'll be like, no, you're all right. Let's have a look. see what we've got coming up. As Ben says, this is a CTV exclusive, and this is our double Dutch card making kit here. Bright balloons with 492 elements. $24.99, $29.95 per kit. However, if you're platinum, £19.99, $23.96. Not only that, you're also going to be getting 100 bonus points. These are so fun to get creative with. Because of these, all you need to do is pop them out. Now, as I said beforehand, this one actually, I'm away to show you and demo, is one that Michelle has done for me. I've got the bits that she's got sorted for me. I've not put one together yet. So I've got the bits she's sorted for me, but I've not put one together. So we're going to do it live. And in actual fact, yeah, see, George just clotted on to what I was doing. You'll maybe notice the camera angle has moved slightly. I asked George if he would move it to the side because,
yes,
being, of course, safe 1 metre apart.
Oh, hang on a minute.
You've done something similar, haven't you, Ben?
Oh, I've not done something similar. I've done... Many of you will probably remember the great demonstration I did on the HSN preview a while back. I demoed with these. Sarah sprung this on me as a surprise on the HSN preview show we did back along, whenever that was. I lose track of time. So I've actually done already a live demo with this particular kit. You're not going to get me to do it again, are you? What? What? Am I going to come and
too right.
have a craft with you?
Yeah. See, once I get there, you go, George has just twigged as to why I asked to move the camera. There we go. So we're going to do this one
This
together.
feels weird.
It does feel weird, doesn't it?
It's like back in the old days.
Feels good. It
feels good, but a bit
so
weird.
Good.
Right.
Now, within these ones here, what you're going to be getting, this is only some of what you've got, only some here, and you're going to be able to make so many. We'll go over all the details just shortly. Now, I tell you what, Ben, do you want to, I'll give them to you.
Okay.
So what you're going to need is, I'm going to bring in my background. So you're going to need what is a background, and you're also going to need a coordinated die cut. So you'll see how these ones match together.
Try to go with those,
So you're going to go for those two.
Okay.
Perfect. Nice choice.
Lovely.
Nice choice.
Thank you.
Done.
Thank you very much.
And then what I'll do as well is I'll pop some foam pads into the side. So Michelle has already got some foam pads for me. Let's bring in some tape pens. Now what we're going to do is these all pop out. They're die cut. So what's good with these is you don't need any scissors.
Brilliant.
You don't need any other tools or anything whatsoever. What I would do, and this is just my personal preference, and this is what I like to do when it comes to, if we do the same with hunky dory or anything like that, you'll find you do get tiny little pips. Now, I'm not going to do them all here. I would just go around, take away any of these little pips.
They're barely noticeable.
They're barely noticeable.
But if you're a perfectionist like our Craig,
then that's what I would do. So we've got our two bits. You've got yours as well at the side. Now, I want you to pay extra careful to this one, Ben, because I know what you're like.
Okay, here we go.
So where it says glue area, there's a tape runner.
Oh, right. Is that where the glue goes?
Now, well done.
Yes!
Well done. So what I'm going to do first, just to show you, is I'm going to fold that one over, because you can see here it's all got scored for you. So we can bring in this next one. This also has 2 score lines. So I'm folding them ones over.
Okay.
So what we can do is if I turn this one back around.
Yes. Hang on a minute. Right, I don't want to steal your thunder here, but I'm kind of thinking, do you have glue area stuck to glue area?
You're right. He's good. He's good at this crafty malarkey.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's going to be a wake-up call with Ben soon. Ooh. Give you the foil press next.
I've still got my shirt handy for that though, whenever that does happen.
I've got a shirt handy for that one. So yeah, so exactly that. I'm going to put it onto this one here. You could put the adhesive onto that one first. It's entirely up to yourself. But where it says glue area, I'm going to pop my adhesive on. Then what I'm going to do is I like to have this one, the glue area, facing me. And then all that I'm going to do is I'm going to match this up straight over the top. So I'm bringing the base to the base here, and I'm making sure it's in the centre of the 2 score lines. And attention to detail, you can see all the double-sided pattern all matches up beautifully. So I'm going to press. So as that folds over, that folds down. We can then give you, let's have a look if you're wanting. If you're wanting to do a little bit of a bone folder.
I've never. Thank you.
There we go. Just give it a bit of a burnish.
Burnish. Yep.
Creasing them.
Yep.
So then this is where the double Dutch. Do you know something? I should actually Googled it. Other search engines out there.
What's that?
To check why it's actually called double Dutch. I don't know. Oh, thanks, Erin.
Double Dutch.
How's it called double? Why is it called double Dutch?
Because you're going. Just because you got double? Because is that why?
Okay.
Double.
So where's the Dutch?
That's a really good point, well made. Because it looks.
Not Dutch.
No.
Well, that could be Dutch.
That could be Dutch. Yeah, tulips from Amsterdam. Are they tulips? Not really.
They're all tulip. Are they all tulips?
That's not a tulip, is it? I wish you hadn't asked that question now, Craig. But yeah.
So
I got tulips. That's why mine's double Dutch.
Erin's saying there's actually quite a few meanings.
Oh yeah.
Gobbled speech.
You're speaking double Dutch.
I've heard speaking double
Like-
Dutch.
Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, the double Dutch, the jump rope game, the skipping game, apparently.
Oh,
That's a thing.
right.
Which it's definitely nothing to do with that because I don't see skipping particularly with this collection.
No.
It's a nice collection.
It's a nice
whatever.
collection. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's lovely. What you can then start to do is build upon them the way that they are intended. Now, what we can do is, I'll get back because I don't want to lean right over to Ben, but on the back, you've also got a bit of a step-by-step as well. So it does show you how you can then start to assemble each of them. But what you can then do is the main decoration. You can do whichever way that you like. So if we come in here with the die cut sheet, so you can then be popping them out. You've even got your sentiment included in each individual sheet. So all of these ones, give them a little bit of a massage, manipulate them so that these all pop out.
Double Dutch doors.
Double Dutch doors.
Apparently. Guess that would make sense because these have got double Dutch doors, haven't they?
Yeah.
Like the doors at the bottom.
But what's a double Dutch door?
That.
But what is it?
That. It's a little door that opens like that in Holland.
Ah, see, it reminds me
So
of a horse's stable.
Oh, it's like a stable door then, really, isn't it? Like a stable door. Look at what we're learning as we're crafting,
I
Craig.
know. I shouldn't admit to this, but I have been to Holland.
You have been to Holland or haven't?
With school.
Oh,
with
yeah?
school.
What did you go over there to learn?
It was before we ended in primary 7, which is the last primary class before we went to high school,
Yeah.
secondary school.
Right.
And we went there as an educational trip. So we went to Marzipan Factory, we went to Anne Frank's.
Oh, yeah. You went to a marzipan factory?
Yeah, really
Wow.
popular. Tulip Factory.
Yeah. They grow tulips
Miniature.
in factories.
Miniature town.
What?
There's a miniature town.
There's a miniature
No,
town?
it's not a real life town. It's like a miniature railway.
Oh, like
things.
the model village?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's like that.
But why did you go over there, though? Was what subject was that? Geography?
No, it was just
a
primary
school
school trip. It was
Primary school trip to the Netherlands?
well, it wasn't for free. We had to pay.
Oh.
For it. Well, when me at that age, I didn't pay for it. My
obviously
mum
not.
did.
Yeah.
I wasn't working then. Oh, that's very true. Sorry, we're going silent here. Yeah, we're just chatting away.
Yeah.
Ben's not needing any instructions for this.
No. I've done it before.
Oh, is that why? Not because it's super simple.
Well, and it's fairly... Are these for me?
Yeah, help yourself.
It is fair. I mean, it is. It's easy. As I always say with things like this, right? If this fool here can do it, this guy, me.
Oh, that was the way to say thanks.
No, not that guy. I mean, you know he can do it. Well, I say if I can do it, then I think anyone can do it, really. And I like these kits. It's like you chatted about, you know, like the hunky dory kits. These kits are brilliant because if you are a newbie like me, you can kind of tackle them and not have to wait. You don't need to buy loads of tools, do you? You don't need to buy machines with them. I mean, it's really super simple, inexpensive craft. And as I say, you know, I'm quite at home presenting on TV. I'm not at home crafting on TV, but the fact that I feel happy enough to be able to do this shows you really how easy these kits are to put together.
Absolutely.
They're just a bit of fun, aren't they?
They're a lot of fun. They're a lot of fun for if you're needing that really quick and simple card. Maybe they're a lot of fun if you're wanting to sit with the kiddies and make some cards. If you are an experienced crafter, please, please, please do not think that these aren't for you.
No.
Because what you can then do is, let's pop this one on. Few of these are all decoupage style, and then you can go free rein on all of the different ways, the different layouts. But I want you to have a look at this. Now I'm going to take this home and finish it off. But instead of using it the way it is, use your guillotine, not just your scissors. Now there is a separate topper on its own. Now of course you could come along and you can raise that up even more. I would be inclined to potentially pop this one on the back so that you've got the design against the colour. See how it kind of just, it blends nicely, but it just blends into that background there.
Yeah.
You can see. So I would be more inclined to have it on that side there. But this is to show that if you are inexperienced, you can 100% put your own crafty stamp on them, and you can then do whatever you like, make whatever you like, cut into them, chop into them, all these different things that you're doing right now.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like just creating a bit of decoupage there. You see, or you can't. We can sort of see it. I'm getting a bit confused. You've got so many cameras this side, haven't you? Oh, look, there you go. A bit of depth and dimension for you there. But like you say, once you've done that sort of, the decoupaging side of things, you can then, you've got, like I've got loads in here. I've got butterflies. Yeah. I've then got more little flowers, which I can obviously add. I've got little bows in here as well. I've got my little sentiment in there too. So there's just loads. Literally, there's no right or wrong way of doing this.
No, there really isn't. You have fun. And with having that get it, got it good, if you go for that one, then what I would say is you've got your A4 foam pad sheets, which are great because you can cut them down. This is the sort of thing, if you're comfortable getting it as close to being as spot on as possible, use your foam pads. If you're unsure, then what you could do is use your wet glues, your chunky glues if you want to.
Chunky glue.
But then, if we bring in this one that Michelle had done for me, so this is how it could then look. So you've got that sentiment, but that sentiment could be in the middle if you want. The middle, this is all matte, so you can write on it with a normal ballpoint pen if you wanted to. But as I say, nothing stopping you from cutting them down into their own individual toppers, using them onto larger cards, projects. But all these additional wee bits that Ben was showing you a minute ago, you've still got that you'll be able to use elsewhere within your crafting. So it's 492 individual elements that you're getting, and it's an absolute whopper. I did have another brick's worth.
Another what?
Brick's worth of them all.
Bricksworth?
Bricksworth.
Oh, Bricksworth.
Bricksworth.
Oh.
Yes. So it was just so that you could see, although it's 492 elements, if we show you that top part here, it makes a minimum of 24 concept cards if you were to make them the way they're intended. And they will fit in a 5x7 envelope, which, might I add, you get included. You get the envelopes included as well when it comes to these ones. You're having a lot of fun, aren't you?
I'm having a good time. I just like sticking stuff, I like things which are not complicated, and you can make, you can make really fun little cards in next to no time. And again, look, really whoop, whoop. There's my little sentiment inside there. I think these are fun, and I think these are for everyone. And I think you've explained it brilliantly for the fact that yes, these are great for first-timers, but also there are those days, aren't there, when you lose your crafty mojo or you just want a quick crafty fix. That's when these kits are absolutely going to come into their own. I think they're brilliant.
They're so good, so good. A lot of love already as well coming in from these ones. If you're not new to anything like that, maybe this is going to be the first chance. There's a little bit of a look. Ben and Debbie, they're going to be back later on launch party, which of course is going to be 7 p.m. here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern time or 11 a.m. Pacific time. But for every single one of you, they will be $24.99 or $29.95. But if you're platinum, then you're going to be £19.99 or $23.96. Also getting 100 extra bonus points. So maybe you're not quite at platinum level just yet. Maybe that's just going to be enough just to get you over that platinum platform as it is in Club Inspire as well. I've got a little bit of a mess that I need to get sorted.
Okay.
Tidied up. You got any other comment? I know there, because I've just been having a look as well.
Yeah, there's loads of comments coming in actually. Hey, look at that. That's good, that, isn't it? That's good. I really enjoyed these kits. I think if you haven't yet got one of these in your life yet, you absolutely need to. And as I said, if you are brand new today as well and you want something which is inexpensive, but which actually makes it look like you've been crafting for a while, get one of these kits. I can highly recommend you reckon Debbie will let me craft along again later on? I hope so.
Oh, she will.
I might do another. I'm going to do another one of the designs later because there's lots of different designs in the kit. Anyway, I am getting quite good at it. Thank you very much, producer Erin. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you for all the lovely comments coming in, by the way. Loads of you commenting on that particular kit, saying how much you love it, and as we said, lots more demos on that coming a little bit later on with myself and Debbie. Few comments that have been coming in whilst we've been crafting. Evelyn says, watching at work, I have my phone under my desk. Ooh. Good work. Karen saying, I googled it. A double Dutch door is a double door. Yes, like French doors, but it's split so you can open just the top of both doors. So that's the mystery as far as the double Dutch is concerned. And Gilmore just saying we have a Holland, Michigan. They even have an old windmill that was shipped from Holland. I wonder if all the people there wear clogs as well. Be interesting to know. And Mandy just saying, yay, go Ben. Nice to see both of you in the same camera shot, says Joanne. Yes, it's nice to be sort of being able to sort of get back to normal, as it were. But that was a load of fun. I really, really loved it. I tell you what I also really love at the minute is all the stories that you guys are sending in as far as the random crafts of kindness are concerned. This is back tomorrow. We do this each and every Wednesday here on Wake Up Call, where you have shared your crafty skills in a way that's brightened someone's day. So maybe you've made some cards for a charity. We had a lovely story last week, or might have been the week before, of a lady who was making masks for people during the pandemic. Those kind of stories where you've put your crafty skills to good use and brightened someone's day, whether it's a stranger, whether it's a family member, a school, a care home, a charity, whatever it might be. Would you send in your pictures, please, and tell us what you've been up to, and just attach a little story with it as well to studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. And don't worry if you've commented on this before and sent pictures, you may well have done something else. We are always after these stories. And even if you've commented previously, like last week we had some lovely stories, but we didn't get the pictures to come through. So if that was you who commented last week, send us that story again with the pictures and we'll show them tomorrow on Wake Up Call. Something else which is happening this week, of course, and it happens each and every week, is a brand new Get It, Got It Good deal. Oh, sorry, that will come back to you in just a second. Why did I just talk about that? You definitely told me to say the Out of This World deal, and I went on to talk about Get It, Got It Good. The Get It, Got It Good deal we'll talk about a little bit later on. But even better than that, we've got our Out of This World deal. 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 This is coming up. Get awkward now. This is coming up for you a little bit later on. With 150 sheets included within this collection. $27.97 is the deal on this, or $44.66 if you're a platinum member. Basically, if you love all of our luxury cardstock, you are going to love this particular collection. Basically in here, we've got all of these colours for you. So we've got your purple, and within each of the collections as well, I'm rustling a lot here, aren't I? You've got your glitter cardstock, you've also got mirror cardstock in there as well, and you've got your matte mirror too. So that comes within each of the collections, 10 sheets of each, so 30 within each of the colours. And the colours you've then got in there as well are your silver, you've got your red, you've got your gorgeous green, and then last but by no means least, you've got your gold pack as well. I would look at these as a kind of great stash builder, but also I would look at the colours that you've got here, and as we head into that period of the year where you're thinking all things festive, yes, then these are great colours to use for that particularly. But all of these you're getting in our Out of This World deal for just $27.97 or $44.66. More on that a little bit later on, but let us head back over to the other side of the studio where our Craig is mucking about. What are you doing over there?
I just heard you use my favourite word. Well, you didn't quite use it, but you
what one?
Refer to it.
What one?
Christmas.
Oh.
It's not Christmas
It is
yet.
though, isn't it? Nearly that time. Mm-hmm. For a lot of people, it started already.
Yeah, certainly here in the UK.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Anyway,
Excited.
I better shut
Is
up.
Home Alone on already in your household?
I'd have my tray up now if I could.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I could, couldn't I?
It's up to
My
you.
choice.
Do what you want.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't.
Do what you want.
Not
Anyway,
yet.
chat to me about flowers.
Well, I'll tell you about flowers.
Yeah.
How you can make your own.
Yes.
This is Launch Party. Also with Debbie and Ben. This is a really, really nice little set, hence why it's the Explorer kit. 16 elemented with 400 stamens as well. £32, $46. Of course, if you are platinum, you are £25.60 or $36.80. Now, within this one here, you get your white flower forming foam, heat activated foam. You get your peony dye. That will also cut your card and paper as well, not just the foam. You've got the distress tool, you've got your ball tools, as well as I say, the stamens. Also going to that ball tool set, that's going to be working for your card and paper as well, not just your foam. Really nice set into here. We're going to have a little bit of a look around the actual set in its entirety. Just say this is one that Linda has prepped for me, so a big thank you to Linda. And what we're going to do is I'll show you a few different ways with the flower. So we can show you let's show you a few things that you can be making using the die set. Now, of course, we're going to be focusing on the actual floral within each card here. You don't have to be using all the individual different sizes. What you could be doing is maybe using just the small ones, maybe the medium ones. This one, really nice one within the corner. And look how deep you're getting with the navy on the back. But see how well that works a treat? That could actually, if we turned it on its side, you could then be using some of the sentiments, you know, from your Double Dutch
collection.
You know, if you want to use them separate. Look at this one here, using the small one. How lovely does that look? Home decor.
Oh, that's fab.
Lots of home decor that you can be using, and even your elongated cards that you can see here that you're going to be making. So if you want to keep the flower nice and white as the colour that it comes in, you absolutely can do, but then you can start to colour it with maybe your tri-blends, maybe even your water reactives, and that's what we're going to do. So I think what we can do is I'm not going to die cut these ones out because I've got these already die cut that Linda has done for me. I know Debbie will be showing you again, and we've got lots of shows on Crafters TV using the flower forming. But all that you would do, same way that you would cut your card and paper. This is the foam, but you would cut it in the exact same way as you would with the cardstock, same with the plate configuration. You will even get a number of layers cut at once when it comes to the foam, so don't ever worry, you're going to get loads and loads of layers at once. But running it through the Gemini, same plate configuration, we're going to get what looks like these ones. And the more that you fold over the foam, the more compressed it's going to be, that you will need to give it a little bit of a helping hand just to prise them apart. And once you are sure that you've got them all prized apart, then it's ready to get making with the flowers, which are so much fun.
They are, and it's good, this little kit, isn't it? Like you said, for people who are perhaps unsure about it, not wanting to fork out a huge amount of money initially, but they do want to give it a go. That's what these Explorer kits are all about, really. That's the essence of them, isn't it?
It is. That's what it's all about. Nice little starter set. Maybe you just want to have an extra set in your crafty stash. Go for it. What I'm going to do with this one, Ben, is I'm going to be using the distress tool that you've got within the set as well. So either the clog or the finger toboggan.
The finger toboggan,
you like to call it. Now, I am going to bring it. Now, this is my own craft iron, and get asked this all the time. So this is my craft iron. You can be using a home iron that Sarah uses. You could be using a craft iron, a travel iron. This brand is no longer available out there in the market. So I always like to point that out because I do always get asked this question. But as I say, a home iron, a craft iron, a travel iron, anything with a heat plate, heat source, then you'll be able to use. So, you know, don't worry if you think, oh, I can't get the one Craig's making or using. It's just a craft iron.
Get your iron out the cupboard. Use it for something fun for a change.
Exactly. I know. You saying ironing's not fun?
I'm the ironer, and it's the only one thing I'm allowed to do in our family, which apparently I do better than everybody else. But I've kind of begun to realise that I think my wife just says that so that she doesn't have to do it. I hate ironing.
Do you?
I go more and more off it, and the more and more I have to do of it.
Yeah. No, I don't mind actually.
Oh, do you? I'll bring my stuff to you then.
I don't mind. It's one of those that...
Let's take you an age with that. Oh, you
What?
don't use that iron? Oh, I see. I was going
For
to say
that?
your ironing must take you an age with that
No.
small iron.
No. I've got a story about the iron I use, actually. I'll tell you another time.
Okay.
Taking the flour here. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my tweezers. If you are using a home iron or another craft iron, you've got it set it upright, you can be doing that. I've got it on the highest setting. So what I'm going to do is just get that in, see how it starts to move and curl up. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to flick it off, but then I'm going to fold all these petals in on each other. What I'm not worried about, Ben, is being overly precise.
No.
I want to at least just get them layered up into formation. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with my finger toboggan or, you know, your clog, whatever you like to call it. It's the distress tool. And then what I'm going to do is go back and forwards. We're going to go back and forwards. And you've got the ridge, the grain, going in one direction of the mat.
Yeah.
It's going the opposite direction of the distress tool. So therefore what it does is it pulls it, it shapes it, and it makes it even more finer than it was to start with. But what we can do is carefully start to open these ones up. And I'm going to bring in one of our ball tools. So although there's 3 of them, what you've got, Ben, is you've got 6 different ball tool ends. And then what I'm going to do is with my thumbs, so I like to do my thumbs side by side, and then carefully I pull it apart.
Yeah.
And then the friction as well as the heat from my thumbs, which gives it that opened cup. Now, the bigger the ball tool, the more open cupped it's going to be. And what we can do is carry on working our way round. If at this point you do tear the petal, don't worry about it.
No, it
Keep
happens.
on going. Plant and flowers and petals are not perfect in nature. So keep on going and still using it. Same with if you were to accidentally tear a petal off, don't worry about it. Again, you'll see petals and flowers out there that don't have the pull for formation when it comes to the actual petals themselves. So what we can do is we can go into this one here. So let's go in with this one and starting to carefully slide these ones apart. I'm going to come in here. And then what will happen is if I then hold that into the palm of my hand, we've got those open buds.
Yeah, it's so good.
So we've gone from that one to a more light, airy, open bud. So we've got that one there. So what we could do is if you keep doing that with the large one, so 2 large, 2 the medium, and 2 the small, popping your stamens through will look like this one. So simply by popping the stamens through, if you are new to this, not only tune in to watch Debbie, she'll show you how to pop the stamens through, but of course you'll be able to go back and watch past shows. So that's that one. Now let's take these ones once again. Let's show you another one. So we've got our foam. I'm going to come in now with either your classiques or your tri-blends, and I'm going to go in with, let's go in with a bit of pink, I think. Go pink instead. Pink and coral. But what to do is you're going to start to colour it beforehand, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the coral and I'm going to add the colour on. So I'm going to go in with the coral first, and then what we can do is we can go in with the pink. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to go in to this bit, working over the top.
It's a great thing with your white foam, isn't it, that you can come up with a completely new colour of flowers.
You can.
Another thing I would say, it's obviously great, to see Craig using that finger toboggan, using the ball tools as well there to get all of that shaping, but don't fret too much about it. I think, Craig's already sort of stressed that. You don't have to fret, don't worry if it tears, don't worry if it's not quite the shape that you wanted to in the first place. I think as long as you kind of get that, I don't know, that just a bit of work on it, if you like.
Exactly.
It's never going to be the same each and every time, and it shouldn't be, really.
No, it's never going to be the same. And as you say, you don't really want that. In some circumstances, you don't really want that. So for this one, what I've done is popped it onto my heat. I'm rolling it into my sponge mat, not using my distress tool. Now you can either leave it like that one and start to build it, 2 of the small, 2 of the medium, and 2 of the large. What I'll do is, once again, very similar to what I'd done a moment ago, but without distressing it. What you can do is you can start to curl the petals, and then we can go in. So if you were to use that with your inks, but once again, starting to get that open
Fab.
look into the middle.
Yeah.
But if you were to go for a bit more of a deeper tone colour and build them on top of each other.
Brilliant.
So once again, that's still the same. 2 large, 2 medium and 2 small.
Yeah.
You've got that one there. And then if we go in with this another one here, what we could then do is we could come in with lemon tonic. This is our water reactive. So we can go in either with your finger dauber, or you can do your distress blending tool. So you can add the colour into the middle if you want. And then once again, what we're going to do is we're going to come in with our heat. We're going to pop that one on.
And once it's heat and once you've set it and moulded it to the shape that you want it to be, it then always holds, doesn't it?
Holds, yep,
Yeah.
it holds perfectly in place.
Yeah.
So this is why if you come along with maybe your MDF boards, your chip boards, your home decor, anything like that, once it's fully cooled down, and it doesn't take long whatsoever, but once look, see on that one there, see how I've torn it slightly?
yeah,
I would still keep that.
Yeah, why not?
You know, I'm not going to dispose of it, going to be using that to finish creating the flowers after the show, but you can work your way around.
It is, like
is.
a bug ate it. Yeah, like you got a touch to the old green fly or something
Yeah.
there, or caterpillars.
Or if you've got a little ladybird or ladybug die,
Yes.
or stamp or that, you could start to incorporate that. So then you've got the little ladybug just coming its way in. So it's all about the closed petals. But what you could do if you wanted to, so let's take another one that Linda's already coloured for me. What I'm then going to do is if I bring that one in once again, so I'm going to do it coloured side down if I'm going to then colour into each other. What I'm going to do here, press it a little bit longer to really keep it on the heat. Then for this one, what I would then do is do the same. So let's come on, let's go that way. So let that heat up, come into play. Then what I would do is pop that one on. Let's even do another one again. And that's all that I would do. So I literally wouldn't even shape them, leave them as they are naturally come off, using my pokey tool. So this is what you would then do before you feed the stamens through.
Okay.
Pop that through the middle, and then you can see how let's
Fab.
just open up
Such a cool effect.
all of these, and then you're starting to get your
Yeah.
floral. So once again, the longer you leave it on the heat, the more it's going to curl up. The larger the ball tool you use, the more open cup it'll be. The smaller the ball tool, the more closed it'll be. If you want real closed, really small, dinky flowers, only use the small die.
Yeah.
If you want large, open, robust flowers, then of course use the larger dies as well. But whether it is for flower forming, whether it is for your cards, your projects, your home decor, all these sorts of things that you can be making. And then what we could do, so if I take these flowers that Linda has already done for me, and what we can do is we can bring in a few of these elements together.
Just to ask as well, because obviously you were colouring there, what kind of colouring mediums can we use on here? Because Mandy Doodlehands has said, could you colour these with the glitter markers?
So the glitter markers are water-based, so ideally you want to do something like your classiques, your tri-blends, your illustrators.
Yeah.
Because anything water-based is just going to then just soak into the foam. It's going to make it flimsy, it's not going to make it form together. So ideally I would do it with, I wouldn't use your sparkle pens beforehand. What you could do, make it, form it, then come over once it's fully dried with your clear sparkle overlay.
Oh, yes.
Maybe one of your colours, then go over it then. So I would
Okay.
always do the sparkle after, not before. But if you are colouring it, I like to use water reactive ink pads, or of course it could be the pigment or anything alcohol based when it comes to your Spectrum Noir or colouring mediums.
There you go, Mandy. Any more questions? Get those in. We've got about, we've only got 5-6 minutes left.
I know, I can't believe
Where's the time gone?
where that's gone.
I tell you what as well, just whilst you're piecing this together, it goes even quicker when you're crafting. Like I think from a presenter's point of view, the shows go quickly, but then that little segment I did with you over there a few minutes ago flew by. So the time in here for you guys just must go whoop, like that.
Absolutely flies, doesn't it?
So much fun. So much fun.
Flies like Superman or Wonder Woman. And then there we go. Wonder Woman does fly, doesn't she?
Huh?
Wonder Woman flies,
I
doesn't
did
she?
just have a think for a second there whether or not does she fly? I think she runs quickly, doesn't she?
Does she run quickly?
Wonder Woman, and she's got a Hasn't she got a magic lasso, like a super lasso? I don't know if she does fly.
Why have I never watched it? Sounds like my cup of tea sort of film.
Oh,
Wonder Woman with a lasso.
I just remember Wonder Woman from back in the day on the TV. Who was it? Who was the woman who played Wonder Woman? Oh, you're going to have to remind me now. But anyway, I remember the TV series. I don't remember her flying. But you'll let us know in the comments anyway. But she's definitely got a super lasso thing.
Oh, okay. Lasso.
Yeah. But anyway, your point of, yes, go super quick, like Superman flying and Wonder Woman using her, what do you call it in the US? Lasso.
Lasso.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're saying lassie.
No, definitely. She hasn't got lassie. She's only a only a lasso. Lasso. I can't stop saying that now. Lasso. Is that what you call it in America? Aaron just told me a lasso. It's a lasso. Don't we call it a lasso?
A lasso, isn't it?
Yeah, lasso. Potato. Tomato.
Potato.
Let's call the whole thing off. Anyway, what are you doing?
So what I'm going to do, although we're running out of time, I didn't realise I've still got a little moment or two. So what I'm doing is I've gone back into the ones with the pens. What we're going to do is let's use these ones with our distressing tool, and we're going to form a few more. So shaping them, and then I'm going in with the distress tool, and then let's bring in one of them here. Now, if you happen to have any other flower dies at home, Ben, you're able to use them with your flower forming foam. And same with the dies from this set, you're absolutely able to use this with your card and paper as well. So please don't think as though that the sets of dies for flower forming are only for flower forming. They're not. You can use them elsewhere and mixing and matching. But definitely having the white, that's a really big bonus because you can then use your own colour and mediums if you want.
Another quick one. Susan's asked, can I use the clear liquid glossy and add dewdrops?
Could you? Yes. So one set's actually.
Oh, here we go.
So I know it's still on. What you could do, anything you're going to add, always make sure that you do it afterwards. So form it, shape it, let it cool, and then come along with maybe your sparkle overlay or anything like that.
Yeah.
But while I'm heating this one up, let's finish this one. And now I've got my glossy highlights to the side. So what we can do is let's do a little bit of shape and distressing. So what I'm then going to do is let's pop that one to the side. So let's bring in one of them that Linda's done. So what we can do, so if we bring in this one, let's bring in our glossy highlights. So yeah, what we can then do is come along and then we can go straight over the top. I'm going to make sure that I've got more than enough just popping out. So there we go. So what we can then do is come along where you want it to go. Let's just even do a couple so you can see that, and then that one. So what you can do is let's pop another couple in there. So I would always make sure anything you're adding, make sure you shape it and form it first of all. And then what you can do is you can start to add these in. Just to say it as well, incidentally, these are still available on the website. So if you want to maybe have a wee look at them, maybe you've not thought about them until now about using them with the flower forming, going to be good. Nice little raindrops or frost drops if you want to onto your flowers. There. So that's part of your foam flower explorer collection. 16 elements in total. 400 stamens.
400?
400 stamens. That's part of Launch Party with Ben and Debbie. 7 p.m. here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time. £32 here in the UK, $46 for you guys stateside. Or if you are platinum already, £25.60, $36.80. crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu.
Thank you for all the comments coming in. It's been Try It Tuesday, of course. Just a few final ones of those. Terry Tom saying, something new I'm doing is the box frames from Jan's Craft Along, incorporating the ribbon threading dies. I'm hooked and have made a couple so far. Betty on YouTube is saying, I finally started experimenting with stencils. Why did I wait so long? Why did you wait so long? And Jerry Johnson on Facebook just saying, my foil press is arriving today. Next week on Try It Tuesday, fingers crossed, I will have played with foil. Yes, try something new today. If not today, try something new this week. I'm sure you will enjoy it. And thank you to Teresa Campbell on YouTube. He says, Linda Carter played Wonder Woman. That was it. Yes, and she had that lasso and she also had the invisible jet. of course, as well. So glad we cleared that up before the end of the show.
I'm glad you cleared that up because I was looking at that comment going, Linda Carter has an invisible jet. I'm thinking,
What?
what?
Hey?
What have you been on? Anyway, that may be the end of the show for Wake Up Call, but it's not the end of the lineup for Crafters TV for today. So we have got Ben for the rest of the day, as well as Debbie Robinson. So that's going to be masterclass. So tune in with them with the Exploding Box. That's going to be, of course, 3 p.m. here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time. Come back and join them once again for a Tuesday party, 7 p.m. here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time. They're going to be going over all of what I showed you in a lot more detail, and yeah, they're going to be, well, certainly have a look at that double Dutch because you are getting your extra points on that one as well. I'm away to go and tackle the dreaded emails.
Good luck.
I will be back the same time tomorrow. However, I might not necessarily be demoing tomorrow. You want to know more about that one? Tune in, same time for Wake Up Call with Craig tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.